So we received our first electricity bill. I had heard so many horror stories about what people have paid in the past. Friends of ours were saying that it's $450, whatever they do, no matter how little, how much electricity they use. I was expecting the worst because I work from home. We never really go away from home. We have this system set up where we have energy-saving radiators, or they're called ETS radiators. And basically what they are is stacks of ceramic brick inside of a box. And electrical heat goes through those bricks and it heats them up at night so that during the day they just slowly cool down, releasing heat. Currently, the hours between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. we're paying a lower kilowatt per hour rate. But during the daytime, we're paying a higher kilowatt per hour rate. The theory is that if you do most of your laundry or heat up your energy-saving radiators, as is the case for us during those night hours, then you'll be paying less of an electricity bill rather than a constant kilowatt per hour rate. Well, they only bill you once every 60 days in Nova Scotia. And so we moved into our home at the end of March, and we had cold weather, and so we were using the radiators, we were using all the electricity we would normally use, and we received our preliminary bill. Now, that's not really a proper bill, it's more of an introduction of, hey, this is what you've used over the last 7 days, and a fee for becoming a Nova Scotia Power user. So they charge you $30 plus tax, I think, for administration costs. And then they told me basically that I was using $8.50 worth of electricity every single day. It was a $119 bill for 7 days. So I got really concerned. We're going to do whatever we had to. You know, we got 2 kidneys for a reason. There was going to be a difficult payment to make in 60 days' time when we received our first actual bill. But what we got was $355 for 60 days. Now, to some of you that might seem like a lot of money, to others that might seem like a good deal. I compared what we paid in Ontario over the same period a year earlier. So back in 2021, over the same period of April and May, I paid $445 for combined electrical and gas utilities. We only have the electrical bill here. We don't even have water, which if you add that on top, we were paying a whole lot more in Ontario than we are in Nova Scotia. So I'm not devastated, despite what the thumbnail might look like. It's actually a much better deal, and I think we can bring that down, although saying that, it is warmer at this time of year and winter will bring its own, set of problems. But I think that we could reduce our bill, especially during the spring, summer and autumn season, hopefully making significant savings compared to our previous setup in Ontario so that we can afford the colder months. Now, I did hear, and this is a little bit of through the grapevine sort of thing. There was a case of one individual whose house burnt down and the meter was gone, and yet he still received an invoice at the end of that period for electricity used, and it was the same amount as the month he was billed in the previous period. He didn't have a house, there wasn't a physical meter, and yet apparently Nova Scotia Power billed them the same amount regardless. And I've heard a lot of sort of concerning stories about people who have meter issues, where the meter isn't working properly or it's giving off the wrong information. I'm not entirely sure. But horror stories, basically, of people being billed silly amounts of money for electricity that they either didn't use, couldn't possibly have used, or don't think they used as much as they were charged for. Bottom line, for us in this situation right now, it wasn't a horror story. It was kind of good news. Like a utility bill can be considered good news in that sort of way. So there you have it.